maybe just taking, like, say, a prison sequence as one example, roughly how long does it take for you to complete your work on a background from start to finish?
It really depends. If it's a simple scene, let's say it's like a prison cell, it's not going to take too long. But if it's a full-on neighborhood where you got all the houses and everything, and you got maybe a building off on the distance where there's a lot of detail and there's specific design elements that have to be consistent with other parts in the story. Those things take a little bit longer. Um, it's like with anything else. The more you have to be acute to the details, then it's gonna take a little bit longer. Where you got to make sure, okay, this this building here looked a certain way at this angle. We got to make sure that it looks like the same building, but it's a different angle and a different time of day. And so all those little factors takes thought. Takes, you have to plan it out, and also you got to know what all this stuff looks like. One thing that is a positive is that with all the artwork that has been done over the last 50 plus years, there's a lot of reference material. There's a lot of stuff to pull from where you go, okay, we know what the van looks like. You have a pretty good idea. It's not going to be some big kind of big Winnebago van. It's going to have a certain look to it. And it, and if it goes outside of that kind of those visual cues, then you start going, well, wait a minute, what is that? But when it stays within it, you go, oh, I get it. It's a little bit different, but I get it. So it's staying within that same visual vocabulary to keep it consistent and yet and familiar, that sort of thing, where, it's like an old friend, like those characters, that they're old friends where you're coming back to them. They may look a little bit different in the nuance, but it's the same characters. There's an iconic kind of feel to these things, and you want to keep that going, without changing it too much.